Alright, here we are at Concord in the AI Ministocks series, and this is the second time that I've had to run this race. I actually did the race yesterday, went to go edit it, realized that my audio was not recording, so here we are again. And yet again, I still could not dial in this setup, it's still very slick. However, I did manage to qualify. Hey, look at that, we got Jester and Ethan Eckert up here on the front row, and my brother next to me. Oh. So we got 3 Project 13 drivers up front, and then Jackal. It looks like Bubba Reigns is behind me. Should be an interesting race. Got 50 laps here, and before we really get into the commentary, I'd like to go ahead and shout out Will Volk. He does informational documentary style videos. He actually used to be a news reporter, and he's got a different kind of take on like the way he does his informational videos. So, I mean, if you do like the NASCAR information and data and whatnot, give him a check out. He's still a small channel, 160 videos, not that many subs, so yeah.
Everything's okay. Press the button. Base car's off, be ready.
We just kind of left Ethan behind here.
Stay with you, baby.
So I've got like I think it's like a 12-point deficit or 16-point deficit to second place. So we're going to try to focus mostly on just kind of blocking for Jester this race. And if Ethan gets his ass back up here, or Kyle gets his ass up here, maybe we'll just be able to do like a 1-2-3 finish with Project 13 again. But yeah, anybody who noticed, I only posted one video the past week, and it was actually an overflow video from Nashville. So I did Nashville and whichever race I did before that. I think it was Langley or Lanier. It was Lanier I did, I think. I forget which one I did, but race 5 and 6, those two I actually did on the same day, and I kind of missed out on the ARCA series. I was like trying to mentally prepare myself for Talladega. Do you think get back up there? Cool. We're 1, 2, 3 right now. But yeah. So I was going to do Talladega last weekend along with this race, and I didn't get a chance to. I woke up Sunday with my shoulder just completely locked up to the point where I couldn't lift my arm. I even had to miss work Monday because I could not lift my arm high enough to drive, and that's kind of why I'm just doing a short track series this week. I'm still a little bit sore, but about 13 years ago, I actually slipped 2 discs in my neck. I dislocated a shoulder, broke 3 fingers in a very violent skateboarding accident. And that same year, I also dislocated my other shoulder about 3 times because I was reckless. I was a very reckless guy back then.
Oh, damn!
But yeah, apparently the slip disc never fully healed, and one of the discs decided to start bulging the other way towards my right shoulder, and it pinched the nerve to where my left shoulder was just locking up, and it felt like muscle pain at first, but during the mobility test at the chiropractor I went to, we discovered that if I go limp and he moved my arm, I didn't feel it at all in my shoulder, I felt it in my neck. So it kind of pinpointed everything down, and been to the chiropractor 3 times this week getting treatment. I'm still kind of sore because everything's leveling out. Like, this is like the straightest my spine's been in years, but I'm still kind of feeling it in my neck and my shoulder, so I'm just trying not to push myself too hard. I mean, next weekend will probably be whenever I finally start going back to my ARCA series. But with that being said, I do have a plan B here that I'm going to try to set up. I don't know if I'll be able to set this. I don't know if to call it a game or a simulator, and I'm going to keep it a surprise too. Come on, Jester, get going, get going. I don't want to pass you unless you make me.
Still there. Clear.
Looks like Jackal got it. Go, Jester, go. been going so fast this whole time, and now you're just pussyfooting around. Let's go. Alright, I guess I'm blocking for you. Go. I don't understand what Jester is doing right now. We should be pulling away.
Fast guys are running 19.993.
Yeah, I've got a plan B idea, because I can do it with a controller. Won't hurt me any. However, I would like to try to attempt to map the wheel to it. I'd probably have to use some form or fashion of emulator, but maybe, just maybe, I can make it work. It's gonna be really funny too, because the game that I plan on attempting to play in place of my ARCA series this week is going to be it's one of those games that a lot of people don't know about. However, a lot of people from like their childhood always wanted a game like it. Move that bitch out of the way. There you go. Kelly getting all in the way.
Outside.
Maybe she'll
Still outside.
sit back and block Jackal for
And
us.
clear.
Of course not. Of course not. Still not to halfway yet. Oh, she did block him. Sweet. Let's go, Jester. Come on, Spackle. Ooh, swirly. Yeah, in the first attempt of running this race, I pretty much did the same thing where I kind of pushed Jester along and kind of did some blocking for him, but like on the third lap, I was pushing Eckert, and me and Eckert were on the bottom side, and Bubba Rains come from the middle lane down in front of him, barely clipped at Eckert's front bumper. Eckert brake checked, and I slammed into the back of him, and we almost wrecked. How we kept it straight is beyond me.
Fast guys running 19.065.
Yeah, me and Jester ended up finishing 1-2, but y'all never got to see that because no audio. And I promised Will I would shout him out at the beginning of this video, so make sure you check out Will Volk. He actually does a lot of videos on the Sumner Speedway too. Old grassroots dirt track racing. Yeah, just doing the sim racing here, I can already kind of feel it in my neck and my back, and my legs kind of hurting too, but like I said, everything's still like settling in place, and my body is moving in ways that are kind of confusing it, I suppose. I've always walked with a limp, and now it's kind of starting to fade away, other than the fact that the muscles can actually feel the pain now. So I still kind of walk with a limp, but it'll probably go away. Finally. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to start running again. I haven't been able to run in about 3 or 4 years now. So I quit playing airsoft and skating and everything like that. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't bend the same way. I couldn't use my legs the same way. Yeah, never sleep on chiropractic stuff. Literally, guy made one pop in my neck, and it sent that whole numbness tingling down to my toes and my fingertips. And I knew we were making progress just on that first visit. I still got at least 4 more visits to go. Of course, those are now spread out across the rest of the month, but literally this whole past week I've been in and out of the chiropractor 3 times. Okay, let's see if maybe if we put pressure on Jester, he'll kind of start to speed up and get a little more aggressive. I mean, really, I don't need the points, but I know he needs the points in order to get up and a little bit higher in top 5, because he's 5th right now. I think Bigfoot and Buzzard, I believe, or Bigfoot and Jackal, they've got quite a good, we got a few points on them. But depending on where those guys finish, and if I can get Jester as bonus point for winning here, it'll help bring him up into the further up in the top 5. Probably put him in 4th, maybe 3rd if Bigfoot finishes too far back, but we'll see what happens. Running the top side, so I'm going to go with him. Even though Jackal is starting to catch up now. Hope he kind of shoots low here.
On the way. I'm on it.
Or even continues to use the top side.
Inside your door. Clear.
It kills me too, because that the first attempt of this was actually really interesting. Like it was entertaining. I just wish that it had stuck around.
He knows you're coming.
So we're beyond halfway.
Outside. Clear.
Should be catching up, yeah. Is that Brody Gator
Got
back here?
20 laps to go this time by.
That's
Fast
throwing
guys
me
running
off, because Brody is like,
0, 8.
I know I've said it multiple times, but he's got one of the higher skills in the series, and he's constantly running in the back. It's like he always qualifies kind of further back and then just gets pushed back even farther just by lane choice or something. I'm gonna have to check into the skills for everybody again. I use a lot of the same skill levels. Well, not the exact same, but I use them as a reference from the late model stocks to develop this roster. This kind of seems like things are a little bit different. It's like some modifications have been made to the way the driver data works. Really, I see Eckert get back to Jackal there, because I'll draw it back and let them both get ahead of me, just to do some championship implications. I believe that there's only about 15 races in this season. I know I double checked it, and it was a lot less than I originally thought, so I originally thought that it was like 21 races, and then it ended up being, I think it is 15. And the very last race is that doubleheader at Slinger. Which I'm really waiting for that. I love figure 8 racing, especially with the AI, because that's why I have my paddles mapped to that. Look left and look right really quickly. You ever want to be a god with a single monitor figure 8 race? That's how you do it.
2, 7.
Makes it so much easier to judge if you're going to make it through the crossover or not. Oh yeah, we're at Concord. Fuck Copart. Turned one of the greatest short tracks into an auction house. Copart has destroyed history, what, 3 times now? Instead of trying to preserve it. They completely bulldozed this track. There was one, I think it was like, not Riverview, it might have been Riverview, I can't remember now. It's like in Tennessee or something. But there's another track that they didn't bulldoze it, but they're using it as a storage lot. There was, I know Volkswagen used it for a while, but I'm pretty sure that Copart did some storage at Texas World Speedway too. It's like, come on, Nazareth can't be raced at anymore, like period. Just use that one. Nope, let's take a perfectly good track and just bulldoze it completely and use it for an auction
And they go
house.
this time, man.
It's a shame. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that I go get like a Pontiac G8 and turn it into a drift car, but find a flood damaged G8 with low miles for under, what, 10 grand? Rebuild the LS3 that's in it, send it to the moon. Nope. I don't think I'll ever buy from Copart just because of what they did to Concord. Jester has kind of
Fast guys
started
are running
to lift a little bit here, it
19.516.
seems. Like I said, I'm not trying to really pass him. I'm really just trying to keep him up in the lead right now. Ooh, yeah, he slowed down quite a bit there. Saw his gloves moving. Ooh, 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 ooh. Almost wrecked him. That would have been bad. Trying not to go for 5 in a row here. Just trying to get him up here. Kind of seems unfortunate that I don't think that I'd be able to get Eckert, Kyle up here, but as long as I get Jester up here. And I'd at least like to get him top 3 in points. I don't know if I'll be able to get him up to 2nd, but without losing the lead, of course.
5 to go. You're doing a great job, man. Great job. Make sure you got your brakes and everything where you need them.
There you go. Get her on the outside. There we go.
Working the bottom. Still there at the bottom.
Got really tight there.
Still inside. Clear.
I'm assuming tire fall off or it's just track mess. And the marbles sticking to the tires. I think that's something that happens now with the debris model. So they updated that. Pretty sure it applies to oval racing too.
2 to go. Fast guys are running 19.491.
I don't think Jackal's going to catch us unless something crazy
White
happens.
flag.
Let's go, Jester. 1.6 seconds on Jackal back there. I think we're in the clear. I think we are in the clear. And look at that. 1-2 finish here at Concord.
Checkers. It's a nice run, fellas. Yeah, everybody, solid work. Way to be patient.
Pretty alright race. Kind of wish I had done like a back to front challenge or something for it, but I know I would have gotten screwed if I had done that. Alright, final results for Concord. Jester gets the win, I get 2nd, Jackal in 3rd, Buzzard in 4th, Eckert got 5th, Bigfoot in 6th, Reigns in 7th, Shadow Snake in 8th, Kyle Duran 9th, Cody Anderson 10th, Cowboy in 11th, Craig Creature all the way back in 12th, Brody Gator in 13th, Runner in 14th, Buddy Guy 15th, Richard Tinkle 16th, Kelly Bischtitz 17th.